Hey guys, it's Tommy here with Poke Accountant, and welcome back to another video. Happy Thursday, February 5th, and a lot's been going on these past few weeks. Just about last Friday, gold and silver had a big crash, and this week, Bitcoin has come down like no other. We are down over 50% from the high that it was in a few months back or a year back. And yeah, so things are going crazy. Pokemon is having its 30th anniversary. There's some fear in the market, I think, right now, but I think for Pokemon, things might actually be fine, as surprising as that sounds. As crypto kind of crashes and gold crashes, silver crashes, and there's these corrections. I think Pokemon still has a good chance to move in this upcoming year just because of what's really going on in market. Now, I always advise to be cautious and to not over leverage yourself. If you don't know how to leverage yourself, probably don't do it. And if you do, be careful out there. But there's just something I want to go over about the Pokemon hobby and how it's like I don't think it's even reached its peak yet. And I think we're gonna see some crazier things happen in the future as just it seems that everyone is turning their eyes to Pokemon. And I know it's already been that way. And we thought that we were already at, the max potential of what that could look like. No, we're not even there yet. And so if you didn't know, the Super Bowl is this following Sunday. It's gonna be on the 8th, and I'm just gonna go ahead and minimize my screen real quick, and maybe we can watch a few of these videos together. Um, First of which, there's gonna be a Pokemon 30th anniversary trailer. It's gonna be a teaser, and they're playing it at the Super Bowl. That is crazy. Do you know how much money it costs to get a Super Bowl ad? I think it's in the tens of millions of dollars for this little 20-second ad where they are announcing Pokemon's anniversary. And so they're putting that up there, and lots of people are going to be able to, kind of see what's going on, right? And it's going to be really interesting in how that plays out, like there's going to be tens of millions, pretty much the entirety of America and lots of people around the world watching this event. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes turning to Pokemon. People are going to talk about it, right, on the crowd. Whoa, did you see the Pokemon? Or like, Pokemon, that's still alive? Yeah, it's alive. It's like booming actually. Cards are selling for thousands of dollars, right? And then people would hear about it. They hear about the craze. They research it. They Google it. They find it on their algorithm. It's going to go nuts, guys. It's going to go really nuts. And it's really Pokemon just really reached this mainstream media, this zygote of what's going on around in the world. Let me show you another video. This is Kike Hernandez, and of course I'm repping the Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers. Here he does a $45,000 deal in Pokemon at Collecticon. So this was probably, I think, a few months back, right after we won the World Series in November, so 4 months back, and here we are. Here we are. After the championship run, he goes ahead and he buys some um, booster boxes. Look at that, Phantasmal Force booster boxes. So he's a collector. He's buying hundreds of packs. Look at that. He's buying generations. So I don't know if he's ripping it or he's collecting it or what's going on, but yeah, that's really cool to see, big names like that. So I'm sure he talks about it like with the rest of the Dodgers crew, and they hear about, what he does, what he likes to buy and purchase. So that's really cool. I'm going to pause there. Another thing is Rudy Gobert. So 2 weeks ago, the Minnesota Timberwolves, during their home game, they put on this little commercial here, and it's like, the Pokemon video game introduction, as if you were like starting a DS game, right, or a game on your was it Game Boy Advance, and it's like pick your starter, and here's Rudy Gobert picking his starter in front of tens of thousands of fans live, and not to mention the millions of people who are watching around the world. And here he is picking his Pokemon, water type, and he knows it too. Rudy Gobert knows his Pokemon. He's a millennial at heart, and so he knows this stuff. He grew up on this. Skarmory, my guy. I kind of like the Gobat too, but Skarmory is too sick. Ooh, he likes Butterfree. But you kind of get where I'm going with this, right? Salamence. Go with the Salamence. Salamence. Oh, he went with Dragonite. Classic still. But anyway, there's a Rudy Gobert, you know. There's the NBA. We have the MLB. We have the NBA. What else do we have? Brandon Moreno of the UFC. Here he is showing off his sick collection 41 weeks ago. Dude, look at all these slabs. This guy has a sick collection. Former champ Brandon Moreno with the slabs. Man, and the sealed product too. Woo! Look at that. The Pokemon Center UTB is up top. Oh yeah. So I think, oh my gosh, it lights up too. So this has really just become a mainstream thing. Everyone is investing in Pokemon. We have all these celebrities. We have all these athletes, right? We even have it making the Super Bowl, which I think is a huge feat. It's just really like, you know, like we have like, I feel like in the world, we have like seasons of things that just become popular and explode, right? We had like the Gundam style guy a few years back. He was showing up on everything. We had, was it BTS? We had the Blackpink, right? And we have all these just trends are going on, and TCG is that trend right now. And I don't think these prices are getting any cheaper. We're unable to get booster boxes, and we're seeing prices go up with Destined Rivals, 151, Paldean Fates, Prismatic Evolution, even Phantasmal Flames, which is such a new set. Ascended Heroes obviously just going hyperbolic. And, you know, with the announcement of this 30th anniversary, eyes turning to Pokemon, I can't even imagine what is going to be happening over the next year. And I don't even know if the hobby will like slow down after that, right? And even if it does, it would accumulate like such a large group of people that are now, you know, interested in Pokemon. They see what it has to offer. They rip some packs. They find out it's actually pretty hard to get Pokemon, right? Like, can you imagine being a new person coming into Pokemon right now, into the hobby? It's like, okay, where do I start? Can I go to Target and buy it? And then it's like, no, well, you can, but, you know, you got to wait for the redrops. And then there's these people on Discord who line up like hours before, you know, there's even a drop. People are stalking they're stalking the distributors for a restock, right? People are doing these things with Sam's Club and botting and like nightmare, right? It's just a nightmare to enter the hobby. And then, you know, imagine this new person. Okay, if I can't buy it from the store, where can I find Pokemon? You have to go to Facebook Market. You have to go to TCG Player, and you have to pay double, tripled MSRP. Can you imagine like the reaction to the new people? Like, people will either be terrified of it because, you know, they see a booster bundle that should be $27 is selling for $60, or they see a booster box that should be $160 but it's $600. Destined Rivals, right? I can't imagine what that would feel like for a new person entering the space. I think it would scare a lot of people away, but yet it would also attract a lot of people because they realize there's really demand in this product, and people just want things that they cannot have. It's part of this scarcity mindset, right? People want things that they cannot have, and trading cards are cool. It's fun. You can look at it, you can touch it, you can trade it, right? But you can't really do that with some other things like gold and silver. You can make jewelry out of it. There's some physical properties, right? Bitcoin, you can use it to trade, buy, sell, trade, but it's just not as cool. It's so much cooler to have a limited copy, like a PSA 10, you know, Charizard from Phantasmal Flame, and there's only a few thousand out there right now, you know? It's just so much cooler to have. And I think people are, you know, seeing it. The hobby's just only growing, and so I think Pokemon investing is just going to continue to do amazing, and we're going to see great surges this year. So I hope you were able to buy in, and if not, continue to buy in over this next year. Even with these prices going up, and even with Bitcoin crashing, silver crashing, and fear in the market, I think this is where a lot of opportunities are to be made. So if if you are trying this stuff out, try it out. Go small, build your way up, and just see where your risk tolerance is. I think as you spend more time in the space, you begin to understand it more, right? And also rip product, understand what Pokemon is really like understand the market behind it, understand the business, the grading, and all this, and how the collectors come into play, and have fun with it. Um, there's a lot that you can do in the Pokemon space, and it's growing. People are finding their niches everywhere. You got the rip and shippers, you got the scalpers, you have the collectors, the investors, you have the people who like making grading plays, you like people who like to rip, you like people who play the game, who trade the cards, you got people who go to card shows, right? You have people who try to master set. You have people who try to collect one of each and every Pokemon. Um, there's just so much you can do in this hobby, business wise, and I think it's only really just expanding, and people are realizing it's fun. It's a limited item, right? And we can't get enough of it. It seems so. That's the sentiment towards Pokemon, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts, your comments below. I know this isn't really a video that is to talk about the prices, but I think this sentiment and realizing like what's going on in the grand scheme of things is amazing. It's really interesting to see, right? Ascended Heroes is coming out, and we can't get enough products. There's no booster boxes to be found, and they're trying to reprint things, but the prices are still going up. It's just crazy right now, the demand for Pokemon, and who knows what this anniversary, what all this newfound attention and this coming Sunday will really bring into Pokemon. And just get ready. I hope you have a nice beverage, nice cool beverage in your hand. You got your seatbelt on, your sunglasses on, and just enjoy the show. So I'm Tommy with Poke Accountant, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, please leave a like, comment, and a subscription. And we'll be back with more analytics next week. I just think it's a lot of the same thing going on. There's not too much to really announce other than the typical prices going up and something stagnating. But I believe the eyes get moving around slowly, like the people's eyes on products like Surging Spark. We're going to see it move a bit more, right? We've already kind of seen a bit of a pump, and just things like that will slowly show up. Twilight Masquerade, as these things get rotated out and some products get more expensive. So we'll be back with more of that stuff. I just don't think it's too necessary right now to talk about it. Let's see what happens this Sunday. So I'm Tommy with Poke Accountant, and I'm signing out for real this time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.